What's good, chat? Yeah, guys, I just ended last stream. I had to. Can you guys hear me? Bruh. I had to, guys. I had to. I didn't want to, but I had to, bro. This sucks. Oh my god. Yeah, we're back, chat. I think we're gonna finish the reaction and then we're just gonna end stream. Chat, let's just finish this reaction really quick. I'm gonna finish this. Hi, this is Tiny Fog. What's going on? Random? Cereal? What's up? It's alright. I'm gonna finish this reaction, guys, and then probably gonna end stream. So yeah, guys. Let's finish this reaction and then I'm probably out. I still got, bro. I gotta go. There's still like a couple minutes left of this, bro. I hope this goes by fast. Chat, let's watch this really quick and let's just like end. I'm so tired.
How high quality the game may or may not be does not matter, because most of the people that play Animal Hospital are not
Oh my glob.
playing it for the gameplay.
Okay, here we go. Charlotte, my superstar says hi. What's up, Charlotte, my sister superstar. Nika, do you know Bill Cipher? Yeah, I know Bill Cipher. What's up, Charlotte? Yes. But yeah, guys, we were watching a reaction before, but I'm gonna finish this reaction and then go to sleep because I'm very, very tired. Yeah, let's rewatch this. Here we go. L from Death Note to Naruto. Beast. L was my boy. So was Naruto. Those are my boys right there. Eternal says hello. What's going on, Eternal? How you doing?
They are playing it
Lols.
for the characters.
Characters.
Because of the current situation and boycott surrounding Dandy's World, the fandom surrounding the game were left without an outlet to express their love. They weren't allowed to play the game because it was problematic medias. They weren't allowed to post art about the game because it was problematic medias. They weren't allowed to like the idea because it was problematic medias. So, these people jumped ship, and Animal Hospital was ready to catch them and reap the rewards of something it had not yet earned. The fandom just moved on to something new, without any regard for what they might be playing. It's not about the game. It was never about the game. It's about filling a hole left by another property.
What the glob?
With Dandy's World, I can understand why people's enjoyment lied heavily in the cast. That's the point. These are living cartoon characters with distinct personalities and goals. The gameplay still matters. You can't get the full experience by just reading about it, but
Early, happy night. Good night. Now I need to run. All right, no worries, Charlotte, my superstar. I love you so much. Have a good night. Mo giving her tail. W Eternal. Snow does he with the yellow with the ulu. Let's go, Snow.
it's possible to be a fan of the story without being a fan of the game. In comparison, the cast of Animal Hospital are so devoid of personality. Their identity begins and ends at their occupation. I find this
Bro.
It's incredibly strange, because the way the fandom acts would have you believe the cast...
Really? You think so? I mean, I think Barney and Raphael and Elite Agent are pretty cool, I guess, as characters. I would say they have some depth to them. I mean, shoot. You're making them seem like they don't have depth to them or they're not important. I gotta sleep. Yeah, no worries, Serial Destination. No worries.
More depth than they actually do. And because a lot of these people are leftovers from the Dandy's World fandom, the way they act in regards to this game feels like they are trying to recapture the magic of the grounds they used to roam. The same infighting happens, the same shipping discourse occurs, but now it's even more absurd because the characters...
Well, no, if you remove all of that, I feel like they're unique in their own way. You know, dissociating themselves with the weird ships and like just liking the characters just for who they are.
are fighting about are brain tulpas based on models with no discernible personality. Shrimpo is a one-note bully whose only personality trait is anger, because that's the entire point of his character. He's a side character from a cartoon where his only purpose was to be the antagonist. Shrimpo is a living creature based on a fake idea with one purpose, so everything he says and does is wrapped in childish rage. And even though he seems like a one-note bully, through the subtext given by playing the game and the various interactions, you can infer that Shrimpo is a deeply troubled individual who acts the way he does because he doesn't know anything better. He is a being capable of sympathy and understanding, but he hides behind his show persona because he doesn't know how and was never designed to be anything else. The fandom took this idea and created their own versions and headcanons for Shrimpo as a character. I think about the birthday animation made by Lee the dog a lot because I enjoy the way he is characterized in that short. A person that wants to show their love and admiration for the people they find close, but they don't know how to express it because of the walls and anger they have built up. Something of this caliber would not be possible if the game did not give the necessary reading material. Because Dandy's World showed just enough character and backstory to make Shrimpo a compelling character, the fans took it upon themselves to make their own interpretations and expansions upon what he is. When these same fans try to do the same thing with Animal Hospital, it does not work. People fight about shipping characters together that shouldn't be shipped, despite the classes having no gender or sexual identity. They fight about mischaracterization when there is no character to mischaracterize. They make
not me though. Not me, but
wild headcanons and theories that come out of nowhere because there isn't a solid outline for what is and isn't allowed. There's a popular theory that the intern is actually an anomaly because their face is different and nothing else. Not by what they do, because they don't. Not by the way they speak.
I mean, is that a bad theory though? That the game is sloppy, that's the whole recap and it had potential but missed it. Yeah, true bees. And like him saying that like intern, like him being, I mean, what's wrong with that theory? I mean, I don't see nothing wrong with that. You're saying people can't make theories? I mean, people make theories on Davies World all the time. I mean, I guess he's just mad because the theory is just so bad because all he does is just smile, and that's all he does.
Because they don't. Not because of their personality. Because they don't have one. For Dandy's World, it makes sense why people have come up with pages of personal headcanons because everything is connected to everyone.
Well, I wouldn't totally say that. I mean, you can definitely tell the characters just by who they are, especially their personality, I would argue. I mean, Barney, I mean, chat, what does he always want? What he comes why in the hospital because he loves coffee, right? I mean, we don't know why he loves coffee, but you know, that's why we're getting lore updates because we're finding out more about the characters and stuff. Maybe he just likes coffee. Maybe he just likes the hospital's coffee. We don't know, but I mean, to say they have no personality is, I don't know. Especially since the updates are literally about lore. I mean, maybe he's right. I don't know, but Animal Hospital got inspired by Danny's World? Question mark? Question mark? For real, bees. I mean, true. Like,
you could go on long tangents about Cosmo or Bassie or Tisha or Goob or Blot or Waxwell, but can you say the same for the secretary or the nurse or the security guard or the intern or the surgeon? No? Not really.
Wait.
Blot or Waxwell, but can you say the same for the secretary or the nurse or the security guard or the intern or the surgeon?
Yeah.
No? Not really. None of the classes get a semblance of character. Dandy's World has this in spades, but Animal Hospital does not have this at all.
I don't know about that, man. Like I said, look at the updates literally recently. I mean, are you saying Dr. Harlow doesn't have any depth then? Because literally, his past updates. I mean, he's saying the characters in Animal Hospital. I mean, Dr. Harlow is a character, right? I mean, all the updates have been about his lore and like about Raftu and stuff. So I mean, those are characters now. So to say they don't have any depth or any personality to them, I don't know, man. I don't know, like maybe not personality because they're not the happy-go-lucky characters or like, you know, the personality characters we see like in Danny's World. Yeah, sure, what he's saying about Danny's World is right, but I mean, that's why we're getting these updates. I don't know. Maybe I could be wrong, but I mean, I low-key kind of disagree with him here.
Which leads to the fandom trying to paint a picture with crayons. But this is just the case for the characters. Despite how often the answers to the survey mention the story, my time searching the fandom led me to no clear answer as to what the plot is meant to be. If this is how the community treats straw man with no identity, what even is the plot? Keeping people's
straw man with no identity.
The story of this game is essentially an infection AU with the narrative incompetence of Five Nights at Freddy's. That constant need to spoon-feed info as slow.
Five Nights at Freddy's. Danny's World is same with Danny's World. Wouldn't you say that's the same thing of Five Nights at Freddy's mascot horror game, quote unquote, which is not. Most games are good, but the fandom is, you know, I don't understand with Animal Hospital. It's always that one specific character fans. Yeah, but I feel like Danny's World also does that too. It's like the things that he's just saying, it just mirrors Danny's World. So it's like, you know, like I said before, Bees, if he's going to be critical about Animal Hospital, he needs to be critical about Danny's World too. And he's literally a Danny's World player. He said in the beginning, so yeah.
Possible for the sole purpose of keeping people's intrigue without ever committing to a story. As long as it works.
Or half the points that he said, it's just mirroring Danny's World. Like, yeah.
Players will never be let in on this.
Because literally, like I said before, Animal Hospital is literally just Danny's World. But I guess it's just more popular, and I guess people just enjoy it more and just play it more because obviously it's more popular and it has over like 100K players and 1 mil players and stuff, you know. Whereas Danny's World, it doesn't.
Secret. They will be stuck listening to characters spout exposition about what might be, but never what is. Ron from accounting mentions how the anomalies are actually infected animals, but you never know what that infection is. Liz gives you a camera that you use to see how the infection progresses, but you never know what that infection is. Dr. Harlow talks about a vague event the Animal Corporation saved him from, and that the corporation's research will stop the infection, but you never get any insight on what that event was or what the infection is. The Animal Corporation.
Maybe it's coming soon.
Is mentioned multiple times, but you don't get any deeper knowledge about what they actually.
Do you think so? He's going on about lore. Do you think anyone knows the fudging lore about Danny's World? Do you think people know who Danny's parents are? Do you think they know what happened that caused the Iker leak? Like I said, everything that he's just saying, it's just mirroring Danny's World. What's up, Nature Boy? Snow Dusk. Yeah, literally everything he's just saying, it's just mirroring Danny's World. Like. They both have these problems, bro. Like, if you're going to be critical about Animal Hospital, it's the same thing with Danny's World. We don't know the lore. We don't know who Danny's parents are. We don't know how Danny started the Iker leak or whatever that caused the shutdown of Gardenview. Same thing.
Do. Every other dialogue option can be summed up as they are doing something and that something might be bad. Raffi says that the characters with black suitcases are hiding secrets and can't be trusted. Does that mean anything? No. You will consume themes and such and be a happy little pig. Barney shows up and asks for coffee.
Okay. And you have Danny over here. When you interact with him, he says voice lines about characters that we never see. Does that mean anything? No. Like, what are you going on about?
And a scalpel and shows you he's actually an evil fucked up anomaly that kills people, and the police shows up and asks you if you've seen him and gives you the option to turn him in, and if you look behind you he's turned into a fucking Game Toons creepypasta and threatens to kill you forever. As I've said before, every round begins with a line of turn him in, and if you look and such and be a happy little pig. Barney shows up and asks for coffee and a scalpel and shows you he's actually an evil fucked up anomaly that kills people, and the police shows up and asks you if you've seen him and gives you the option to turn him in, and if you look behind you he's turned into a fucking Game Toons creepypasta and threatens to kill you forever. As I've said before, every round begins with a line of text saying, work at the hospital until you find out what's really happening. And no matter what you do during your run, this is the extent of the story. You are working to find out what is happening. And I don't think you ever will.
Why is the guy talking, repeating the same thing Raph you said? Literally, I don't know, Bees. Like, that's what I'm saying. I just disagree with him. Like, Simply says hi again. What's up, Simply? Yeah, I appreciate you guys watching.
As of writing this video, the date is August 2nd. 6 days from now, the game will be receiving an update titled Lore Expansion Update, with the very vague description of new lore events. Not story, not plot, lore. Notes exposited towards the viewer for the sole purpose of satisfying the fandom for another few weeks. To make sure I wasn't going to spread false information, I waited for the update to come out to see if I was proven wrong. Maybe they're actually going to start telling a story. Maybe the narrative will actually become compelling. Nah, I'm just fucking with you. The main focal point of the update is a collection of new interactions involving Dr. Harlow. Later into your shift, he will appear and ask you to help him bring boxes back to his office. Past the fucking lethal company factory is said room. There are various things of note found within the room. A note that vaguely mentions things in relation to both Ron and the hospital that are meant to scare you. A letter towards Dr. Harlow by a Mr. Dr. Redacted that congratulates him on his work, and also explains that the people you're checking in and out of the hospital are paid actors designed to keep the interns from going mental and resigning. There's an interaction between Ron and Harlow about Raphew. Doesn't give any new information, it's just the same 3 characters again. There's a family portrait with what I can only assume to be Harlow's wife burnt away. Certain parts of the fandom like to believe this is some relation to Intern because his partner's eyes are closed and Intern has small eyes. They use this to justify gay porn. All the information given
what the fuck?
is extremely vague. It doesn't add on to the story. It's just more. Even after this big lore update, the story still boils down to there is an infection. We cannot tell you what is going on, but it is bad. Something I do want to bring up has nothing to do with this. In the corner of the room, outside of the entrance to the office, is a plush. This is a plush of the deer from 99 Nights in the Forest.
If it has nothing to do with this, then why are you bringing it up?
Bring it to Dr. Harlow, he says, quote, "Ah, my old friend. I haven't seen him in many nights. 99 at least. Last I heard, they moved to the forest."
Okay.
This might be an over-exaggeration, but I find it hard to want to understand this plot when it has integrated a completely unrelated game to its story. Imagine if the hallucination scene from Garten of Banban 4 where Choo Choo Charles shows up was a part of the actual plot. Bitter Giggle makes the queen laugh and suddenly Mr. Charles crashes through the wall, and the sheriff begins speaking about the nefarious train demon like this isn't a blatant product placement. I get the developers are friends. Okay. What purpose does this serve besides artificially creating more Sans' Nest from Earthbound type theories about baby games made for children? I would be quick to just chalk it up as an
I mean, maybe it's just an Easter egg, yeah.
Easter egg if it was just besides artificially creating more Sans' Nest from Earthbound type theories about baby games made for children. I would be quick to just chalk it up as an Easter egg if it was just there, but the fact a major part of the little bits of story this game has recognizes him directly and talks about him as a friend makes me believe it's meant to be more than just a gag. There is one more thing of note I want to talk about. On Dr. Harlow's shelf is a padlocked book. The book is titled On the Discovery and Nature of the Anomaly Gene, the author being someone named John Arthur Nomaly. John Anomaly. John Anomaly. Trying to engage with this game in any capacity. They don't care about the plot. The creator of the Animal Hospital, who is attached to the Animal Corporation, is a guy named fucking John Anomaly. What matters is character dialogue and vague posting about the collective Yume ship of 15-year-old Twitter miners so more people play our game and we never have to commit to anything meaningful ever. Am I just
this guy's crashing out.
Missing the point? If so, what am I missing? What is there I'm not seeing? The characters have to mean something. The story has to mean something if people are this infatuated with it. But that's the thing, isn't it?
I mean, people are infatuated with Danny's world, and we don't know what the fudge the lore is. At least, Animal Hospital is giving you something. Like, I mean, yeah, it's not the full thing, but they're giving you something, bro. I mean, I don't know, bro. I feel like, you know, all the things that I said were true, but I guess you know, we all have different opinions. You know, I have my opinions, you have yours, so.
I'm not. I'm just not a fan of garbage. When you come to a game for the gameplay, a game
and Danny's world isn't garbage? Okay, son.
Like Animal Hospital is the worst thing you could ever play. And I think the reason why I'm so opposed to this game, the reason why I can't find it in my heart to treat it with respect, is because I've already played this game before. In the early 2010s, game developer Lucas Pope would create a deceivingly simple puzzle game called Papers, Please. You play as a checkpoint inspector for the fictional country Arstotzka in the year 1982. Your job is as clear as it could get. People come up, you check if they have the right documents, and then you send them back or let them enter.
Same thing with Scary Shawarma, same thing with Animal Hospital. Yep, sounds familiar, right?
As the game goes on, immigrants are required to bring more and more identification, and you are required in turn to make sure everything is in order. The difficulty exponentially increases, but the formula is always the same monotonous job for hours at a time. That's Not My Neighbor is a game very similar to this, but it carves its own niche through its idea. You play as the doorman for an apartment complex. Residents come up to your window, hand you their documentation, and wait for you to either let them in or kick them out. The safeguard is put in place because entities occasionally try to break in using a disguise reminiscent of a resident. It is your job to figure out who's an anomaly and who isn't by asking them questions, cross-referencing documentation, and using basic common sense. Scary Shawarma Kiosk The Anomaly is a game that is essentially just That's Not My Neighbor.
Yeah, Scary Shawarma. Is he just going through all the games that are similar to Animal Hospital?
But if it was slop and made for Goo Goo Infant, you work at a kiosk and serve customers while avoiding anomalies and shutting the blinds if need be. Most of the game is centered around the camera system, as that is one of the main ways you use to tell who is an anomaly and who isn't. Now, why did I bring up 3 seemingly random games in a video supposedly about Animal Hospital?
Because they're similar to Animal Hospital.
Tell me if this sounds familiar. Papers, Please is a game where you greet people at a kiosk, check their paperwork, and either let them in or turn them away. That's Not My Neighbor is a game where you greet people at a kiosk, check their paperwork, and attempt to figure out if who you are speaking to is an anomalous doppelganger or a real tenant. If they're normal, you send them in. If they're an anomaly, you turn them away. Scary Shawarma Kiosk The Anomaly is a game where you work at a corner store, greet people when they arrive, and serve them food. If the customer is an anomaly, you have to use the cameras to check and shut the blinds until they disappear.
What time is it? 7. Yeah.
Animal Hospital is a Xerox of a Xerox of a Xerox. Nothing about it is original in any way. You can trace every aspect of its design back to something else. The gameplay was taken from Shawarma Kiosk.
Basically, yeah, the gameplay was taken with Shawarma Kiosk.
Which was taken from That's Not My Neighbor, which was inspired by Papers, Please. The design and modeling of the characters were taken from Animal Crossing. The loose remnants of a story were taken from TikTok infection AUs. The community and fandom culture are leftovers reheated by an unrelated boycott for Dandy's World. It is a copy in every sense of the word, a creation of slop all the way down. I'm not against inspiration. I think it's beautiful to find something that impacts you in such a way that you want to create something of the same caliber. Games can be inspired by something else and still have a unique identity. Soulsborne came from the accoutrement produced by From Software. Metroidvania is a homogenized word created by splicing together Metroid and Castlevania, and is used as a title for a laundry list of games with their own unique style. Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, but plagiarization is common in academia, and Animal Hospital is a living example of copied homework. It has every element that makes games similar to it work, but it's done in the most laughably boring way possible. A game designed to suck up as much money and time as possible and leave without a trace. This game gets around the criticism by being a part of the anomaly genre, but just because it's the norm does not make it good. Just because something is the industry standard does not exclude it from criticism. I know I'm being very harsh. Animal Hospital is a very mediocre game popular with young teens, but at the end of the day, it's harmless. But something that might be harmless can still be an omen for what is to come. The reason why I find it so hard to be nice to this game, the reason why it's so hard for me to treat this game as a work of passion, the reason why I can't perceive this game as nothing more than a cash grab that assimilated itself into a community it did not deserve, is because this game is not the first game Roy has made.
Oh. It wasn't?
Roy is a very interesting fellow.
Oh.
In his actual creation tab, there is only one other game he has made, which I'll talk about in a moment. Animal Hospital is nowhere to be seen, because that game is but one of many that fall into a specific category. Roy is the owner of 11 different communities. Of those 11 communities, he has created or developed games under the name of 6 of them: Society of Dark Mysteries, Goblin Wizard, Imperator, Imperatrix, Research and Investigation Labs, and Acorn Dreams. All of these groups contain at least one game. These games were relatively popular. Most have been played upwards to 1 million times, but all of them follow the same formula. They got popular, that popularity dwindled, and the game would stop receiving updates, and another game would take its place. Games designed for profit, and not for enjoyment. Animal Hospital is just another one of these games, a copied product designed to make money and vanish without a trace. I know this is a broad statement to make. I don't know the guy. I'm just a consumer. I'm making assumptions on one's character based on the products they put out. I'm going to give you an example. the only game connected to Royd's personal account. Pet Lab is a game that was released in March of 2024. The gameplay loop is the exact same as the game Wobble Dogs, contorted and disfigured to milk as much money from dopamine-deprived children as possible. Within 30 seconds of joining the game, I was met with 4 different forms of monetization before knowing how the actual game played. It is a soulless game designed for profit and nothing else. If this game did not exist and these groups were not a thing, I'd be more inclined to treat Animal Hospital with respect. But no matter what anyone may try to say in defense of it, all I have to do is look at the creator's account to know the exact type of game this is meant to be. Animal Hospital was not made in an attempt to make a good game. It was a game made for the sole purpose of making money by integrating itself into a genre known to print revenue. I understand the game just came out, but if the initial build featured a jump scare all button, assets generated by AI, and a cookie cutter formula, I find it hard to believe that it will get better. If a game was designed with one purpose in mind, it's hard to separate it from what it was supposed to be without just starting over from scratch. And as a consumer, I don't believe Royd was ever trying to make a good game. I think they were trying to do the same thing again. People will consume anything they can imprint onto. You don't need to try and make a good game if you have people that love you regardless. When you're a fan of something like Dandy's World for as long as people were, you can't just pack up and leave. Your brain has conditioned itself to require that media to function properly. But if you can't engage with that media for whatever reason, you look to fill in the gap. Animal Hospital will stay popular for a few months. And then, just like with what happened to Dandy's World, people will move on to something else. Something with even less character. Something of lesser quality.
Dang.
Because fandoms don't play games. They just like shipping.
Hey, yo! Chat, that was Animal Hospital, terrible game for terrible people. What did you guys think of that reaction? Yeah, everything that I said in the video was just true. I mean, all the points that he said, basically it just mirrors Danny's World. Like, if I had a whole video of why I think Danny's World is a bad game, literally these points would be brought up because it's literally the same thing. Like I said, quality over quantity. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna say what I said before because I'm just too tired, guys. I'm too tired. But yeah, that's what I think. But yeah, there you go, chat. By Tim Popo, Animal Hospital, terrible game for terrible people. Official reaction. Holy glob. Okay, well. How long have I been streaming for? Oh yeah, my stream restarted. So guys, that's probably gonna be it for today's stream. I'm gonna go ahead and end now. I hope you guys did enjoy. But yeah, I'm out, chat. Hold on. I'm gonna do some end of the stream shout outs, and then we're out. Shout out to Charlotte, my superstar, random, Serial Design, Snow Dusk, Bees, aka Notherian, Eternal Sugar, Simply J. I love you so much too, Simply J. Nature Boy, and everyone else that joined today's stream. My name is Nico Boy, the #1 Naruto Uzumaki / Gordy fan in the whole wide world. And as always, always, never listen to rage baiters. Always never be negative. You know, and always play Animal Hospital, lol. Always play Animal Hospital. Always be positive, chat. And always keep a smile on your face. Always love Naruto and Gordy. I'm about to sneeze. I sneezed. And always love glazed Krispy Kreme donuts, cinnamon buns, dumplings, and sushi. You know why? Because that's not the only thing I like. I also like the meow. 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 Bless you, says Simply. Thank you, Simply. I love you so much. Thank you for the bless you. Love you, Simply. Shout out to you. Here we go, guys. Here we go. I'm a new soul. I came to this strange world. Yup, here we go. Come on. Yep. Since I came here, felt the joy and love, feel finding myself making every possible mistake. Let's go. La 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 la. Let's go, Simply J. La 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 la. Let's go, Cruz. Shout out to Cruz. La 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 la. Meow.